And it is now time to unwrap our gift for all of our listeners out there. Last season, our guest set the Phantom single-season record for assists and points in a season by a defenseman, as well as tying the record for goals in a season. While he now wears number 4 for the Clarkson University Golden Knights, he will always be number 19 to us. So welcome back to the show, Trey Taylor. Trey, happy holidays, and man, is it good to talk to you again.
Well, thanks for having me. Nice to see you guys, and it's going to be nice to talk to you guys as well.
So, you got the Clarksons on their Christmas break right now. So how are you spending the holidays this year?
I got back on December 12th, so we have a nice little break here. Got to skate my first week back with the Surrey Eagles, my brother's team in the BCHL. That was a lot of fun being on the ice with him. He actually committed to Clarkson as well, so just being on the ice with him has been a lot of fun, and then seeing family and friends for the most part. Also relaxing and just enjoying a little break, and then excited to get back to it. So it's been a lot of fun. I'm in Vancouver, British Columbia, and it's been really good so far.
So what are the what have been the holiday traditions over the years with the Taylor clan up there?
Honestly, usually when we're all 4 of us are home, we have a little mini stick game. It gets pretty rough because we're pretty big now. So I mean, it's been rough since we were young kids, but it's we're all big boys now, so it gets pretty intense, and no one wants to lose. So lots of arguing. But yeah, not just that, but we also, the family, we play cards, relax, usually celebrate Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day, we have a brunch with all my cousins and stuff like that. Unfortunately, this year I leave on Christmas Day, so I'll only have Christmas Eve night with my family all together. So looking forward to that. But our biggest tradition is definitely our mini stick game. It's a lot of fun. So, but unfortunately, also my brother who's in England playing in their English Hockey League won't be able to make it this year. So hopefully we can find a replacement for him. But definitely won't be the same without him.
And now that's Ty. That's the goaltender, right?
Yeah, the goaltender. So.
Oh
yeah.
No! So you don't have a goaltender.
No, sorry. I was going to bring that up later on, but since you brought it up now, your brother Tate, currently with the Surrey Eagles in the BCHL, he's committed to Clarkson. For next season, how much are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, really, really looking forward to it. Obviously, he's a great player, and I'll probably be a lot better than I'll ever be. So right now, I think I'm a bit better than him, but give it a couple of years, and he'll be a better player than I am. So I'm really excited to play with him. He's a righty, I'm a lefty, so it'll work out well. But I also think he might play a year in the USHL, so hopefully you guys will be lucky enough to get him.
Wouldn't shock me. We tend to like the family members in Youngstown, so that wouldn't altogether shock me. So are these stick hockey games, are they just a precursor to you guys getting some time together?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I think just getting in there. Usually end up leaving with a couple bruises, but it's a lot of fun. Usually, over the years, teams have changed, though. As we've gotten older, it used to be my older brother and my younger brother together, and then me and Tate. But since me and Tate are both players now, and Ty's a goalie, he always complains about it not being fair. So we've turned it into me and my youngest brother versus Tate and Ty. So it's they're a lot of fun. So I really enjoy those games.
As long as nobody's teeth get chipped,
Yeah. No, definitely no. We don't want that. So.
All right, so you've got a handful of months under your belt now. How's college life going?
Great. I love college life. Been a lot of fun. My teammates are awesome. My teachers are awesome. My coaches are awesome. Equipment staff's awesome. Athletic trainers are awesome. So everything's great. Like it's I couldn't ask for anything more, and it couldn't be any better. So as far as how I'm enjoying it, I'm loving it. I'm just getting an opportunity to play, and that's all you can really ask for. And I've been lucky enough to do that so far. So it's just been awesome. Really enjoying it. So yeah.
Well, more important than anything else, how's the local food up there in Potsdam?
There's one really good restaurant. It's actually my innovation and entrepreneurship teacher. He's this restaurant called Jake's on the Water. It's a great spot. Me and my roommate and a couple of the other freshmen usually go there on Sunday nights and enjoy a nice meal. But all our other meals are with the team. Monday through Saturday. So sometimes we'll go there on Sundays. It's really good. There's a Five Guys up there. There's not much, if you're looking for a cheap meal. I mean, there's McDonald's and Taco Bell, but there's also a really good bagelery. But like, it's not like, I don't know, it's not like Youngstown. You're not going to run into like a Chick-fil-A or anything like that. So it's pretty small, but it's been really good. The food that the team's been provided, it's been awesome as well. So can't really complain about that either.
Well, I didn't hear you mention the campus food in any of that, so.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I got to be honest, there's this sandwich place at school that I go to every day, and it's unbelievable. And I get an omelet every day. I'm pretty simple. And that's get my omelet in the morning and my tater tots, my smoothie. Then I get my lunch at the deli, and then we have a team meal that's really good. It's catered in for us. So, I can't complain. It's been awesome. So.
All right, so talking about the hockey a little bit, and it was kind of like a whirlwind 24, 48 hours for us down here, because both you and Winter Wallace both got your first career NCAA goals right about within a day of each other. Him at Cornell, you at Clarkson, there at the end of October. What was that feeling like, just getting your first college goal?
It was pretty awesome, but at the same time, we were losing I think it was 5-0 to Lake Superior State, so that kind of sucked. But at the same time, I think anytime you score a goal, I think I went down and touched ice as well, so I was pretty excited when that happened. But yeah, I mean, anytime you score a goal, you're excited, and I try to, because I don't really score that many goals, so when I do score, I try to be most excited as I can be. But it was a great feeling. All my teammates were happy for me, even when we were down. So that just shows kind of what type of group we have here at Clarkson, and the culture that they've instilled. And win or lose, you're always happy for your teammates and their individual accomplishments as well as the team success. So it's really good.
So as a blue liner, in your few months so far, what's been the biggest difference for you between the NCAA and junior hockey?
Honestly, the speed's similar. A lot of things are similar. It's just guys are bigger. You're playing against 24-year-old men, like with full beards, and I can barely grow a mustache. So, that's been kind of the biggest challenge, I think. But as the games have gone on, I think I've adapted better, and I've just got to use my skating to be quicker than them in a sense. And I think as I've talked to my coaches and done that in the games, I've played my games when I'm skating and joining the rush and doing those sorts of things to kind of get away from those big guys. So, but yeah, that's kind of, I think the biggest difference is the strength. And I'm also just I think it's also a little bit of time you have with the puck. You gotta make a little bit quicker reads. It's there for maybe a split second less than it was in junior, but that's a split second in hockey is so big, right? You guys know, you watch a lot of hockey. It's everything. It's the game's broken down into inches. So yeah, it's kind of
what's it like having
what I've
to wear a face
noticed
cage again?
I actually like it. I got my teeth knocked in a couple of years ago, and it hurt a lot. So wearing a cage isn't bad. I kind of miss in the warm-ups when you have a visor on, you can go no chin strap. That was kind of fun in juniors, but I don't know. It's also cool. Guys in the NHL wear a visor. It's cool. You feel like you've in a sense made it to a higher level when you're wearing a visor. But I kind of like wearing the cage. At first, you see the squiggly lines, but then you kind of get used to it, and it's okay, this isn't bad. I did this my whole life. So it's I've chose to wear cage too. I didn't want to wear a bubble. So it's great, and I really like wearing a cage. Actually, I feel a little safer out there. A little safer.
Little safer.
little Team USA-ish, I guess.
You beat me to it.
Little braver out on the ice than you would be without it.
100%, right on the head.
So now that you've had time away, of course, moving on to Clarkson, looking back on your time in Youngstown, what do you miss the most?
What do I miss the most about Youngstown? I loved Youngstown. Great spot. I really just miss my teammates and my coaches. They were just awesome. Like, I don't know. I couldn't ask for better teammates. Like, when I came to Youngstown, I didn't know a single person. Like, I remember being on the phone with my dad and being like, oh, I really want to stay here. Like, I know, like, my first weekend, like, I don't know anybody, and like, not really knowing whether this was a spot for me. But like, as the weeks had gone on, you know, I met new friends, built a relationship with the coaches, and then being able to do what I got to do and just had the opportunity that I had there was something that, you know, I cherish for the rest of my life. And that's all you can really ask for. I also just miss, I don't know, I just miss everything about Youngstown. Like, it's fun. You're with your teammates. You go to, we're going to Chipper, and you got 10 guys going to Chipotle after practice, like, and hanging out, talking shop in the Chipotle for 45 minutes, you know, and your billet's texting where you're at for dinner, but, you know, you're sitting in Chipotle with your teammates. Or, you know, the bus trips, like those types of things, the long bus trips, being on the road in the sleeper bus. I used to always sit in the back, and we'd have cards going or talking about hockey, or, you know, all those things. And there's just, what is there not to miss? You know, I miss everything about it. But that being said, here at Clarkson, you know, it's been amazing too. Like, just the teammates are awesome. You know, we do the same type of things. And, yeah, it's just like, I don't know, junior hockey is so fun. Like, I just, you know, I miss not having to worry about school. You know what I mean? One less thing to worry about. So, if that makes it easier, you know, coming home, eating Chipotle, playing hockey, that's all you're worried about is how was practice and how am I going to play this weekend, opposed to school and all the other things that go on with school. But I don't know. I love junior hockey, and I love college too, though. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty blessed, pretty happy with how everything's panned out, for sure.
So you came to Youngstown from Canadian juniors, where, for lack of a better way to put it, maybe just the breaks weren't going your way up there. Beyond all the records, beyond, you know, the numbers you put up last season, do you feel like the jump to the USHL was worth it as far as your personal development?
Oh, 100%. I told my brother he should go to the USHL next year to prepare for college. It's so important. I think it's just deeper. Like, you don't have nights off. Like, you even play the U17 team now. Like, by the end of the year, they're beating us. Like, that's how good the league is. Like, when they're learning from other teams, like, coaches are so elite. Like, our pre-scouts last year, unreal. Like, just like what I learned in Youngstown, like, as a whole, like, just like having the extra ice to develop, having the gyms, having the saunas, having we had a great equipment manager, Watsy, and athletic there was Joe, was unbelievable. And I think that, on top of our coaches with Gooter, Patty, and Andy, especially for me, because I was a D-man, was huge for my development, just as a player and my confidence, like being able to go there. And I remember being on the phone with Patty. He's like, yeah, like in the summer, and I wasn't really sure. I'm like, who's calling me from Youngstown, Ohio? Like, what is Youngstown, Ohio? And then ended up, Patty, it was a conversation. He ends up being from Trail, British Columbia, same as me. And we're talking, and everything he told me, he said, Trey, like, I want you to do all these things, and you're going to get the opportunity. Just run with it. And I said, okay, like, you know, taking a bit of a leap of faith and kind of trusting in another good BC boy, and ended up, you know, working out. It's awesome. So I'm pretty blessed. So I think it's the best junior AA league by a country mile in the world, including the CHL leagues, in my opinion. But yeah, I think any kid that wants to take their game to the next level should go to a USHL team, especially Youngstown. For me, I have nothing but great things to say about Youngstown for my personal development as a player.
Now, your path to the USHL, kind of the story behind it matches a lot of the same with Adam Ingram, your one of your teammates from last season. You know, and Adam coming into his draft year, seeing him going in the third round to Nashville in the NHL draft this past summer. I mean, what did that mean to you as somebody who was his teammate last season to see him, you know, getting to that point?
I think it's anybody's dream to get drafted, and to see someone like Ingy get drafted was just awesome. You know what I mean? Like, just being able to text your buddy that you know personally who gets drafted, like, there's not a more special feeling. And I can't imagine how pumped he was. You know, it was pretty easy on the power play when you just sing it across to him and he comes down on his forehand and shoots a top shelf. So I think I 10 assists just doing that. So I can't. He's an unbelievable player, great person, and he deserves everything he gets. He works on his craft. He's going to get there. It's going to take some time, but I believe he'll be an NHL player. He's an awesome dude. We still chat, FaceTime, and play video games here and there. So to see your teammate like that get drafted and to see how much it means to him, it makes it that much more special for his peers around him. And I was just ecstatic to see him get drafted and to a cool city like Nashville. So it was awesome for him.
Another teammate of yours from last season, and I'm going to remain hopeful on this, that you guys are still in contact. TJ Schweighardt, now at UMass Lowell. Are you guys still in contact with each other?
I actually haven't spoke to TJ in a while, but playing with him was really easy.
Oh, that hurts.
A hell of a player.
That hurts.
So. Yeah, I know.
Oh, that hurts.
I actually got to send him a text. Yep, go on.
You guys were an amazing pair.
I know. We actually, I don't know. He was just so solid. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. He was a great player. Picking up him, I don't know how they got him. Like, he was like for like a trade. Like, he's a stud, in my opinion. Just, and there was things he did that like the regular person like wouldn't see, like a big block shot or just a simple play to the middle, like those types of things where like your regular hockey fan wouldn't appreciate, but like as a teammate and a player, like he did everything the right way. And obviously, once again, lucky enough to play with a guy like that, even learning from someone like that, just his maturity, how even keel and calm you remain throughout the game, like that, those types of things are things you, as a player, you try to like grasp and like learn from. So he's a hell of a player. I should actually text him now that you brought that up. So yeah, I know.
Yeah, please do. You guys had this bromance last year that was just so inspiring to the rest of us that really hurts that you guys aren't in contact right now. So make sure you fix that as soon as possible.
Well, no, we'll still Snapchat here and there. So like I'll send him a Snapchat, but it's I'm trying to stay off my phone as much as I can. Actually, I want to delete social media. It's just too time consuming when you're trying to get 6 papers done at school. So, but yeah, he's a hell of a player, hell of a dude, and I should probably text him. So,
yeah, we have that we have that same problem when writing shows. We can't we're can't tend to stay off our phones when we're supposed to be writing these shows. So I feel you there.
Ooh, squirrel.
Yeah. So talking, I wanted to ask you about as far as the current Phantoms leadership. I mean, I don't know how much time you've had to be able to follow the Phantoms this year. And my phone is going off. Look at that. Okay. The leadership group this year, all guys you played with last year, Nick Williams, Andrew Centrilla, and team captain Shane LaChance. These guys, this is the leadership group this year. These are all guys you played with last year. Just off the top of your head, I mean, is that 3 guys, I mean, you would have picked going into the season based off of your time with them last year?
Yeah, I mean, Shane was a no-brainer for the captain. I actually remember Andy texted me and said, like, what do you think of this? Or who do you think? And I remember saying Shane 100% for captain. Just his maturity as a player. Like, being that young at 18 and being so mature and the big body he has and the stick and ability to protect pucks and stand in front of the goalie, like, just like that type of stuff. And he has slick hands. No one even some people don't even notice it. But, like, it's like, dude, like this guy can dangle through people, like no problem. You're like, holy, a 6'5" mutant's dangling the ice. Like he's got every tool and a really smart hockey player. Every tool to become a pro hockey player, an NHL player, in my opinion. And on top of that, just a great dude that gets along with everyone. Loves to smile, have fun, play cards with the boys. We lived together, so like he's obviously probably my best friend there last year. So we got on well, played ping pong, and get intense. We want to lose. We used to play mini hockey with our little billet brother. We'd never lose either. It's he's a funny guy. Great dude. It makes me laugh. It's like you bring back the memories, right? Like when you're talking about it. So he's the best, just all around great person. No doubt in my mind should have been captain. You got Varner. Varner's taking a step. Obviously, when he went in to Youngstown, I was like, oh, this guy is a bit of a child. But, I love Barnes. We get on well. We still play video games together and chirp each other and have a great time together. And that's kind of how our relationship is. Just I was just texting him the other day, actually. So he texted me to see how things were going. And he's all time. Great dude as well. And then Nick Williams, obviously, just all time dude. Great guy. Get along with him. Probably one of my best friends too. Could laugh and tell jokes to that guy forever. He's just one of those guys that everyone gravitates to and has a good time with. And then Andrew Centrilla, another great dude, down to earth guy, loves to learn. I think that's what I noticed from him. He wants to learn, and like a kid, like when a kid wants to learn, like that's really special. And he's a great player, super smart player, great hands. So he's got the game at his feet. And then Chase Patilla as well. I played with. I think he's a captain as well. And the C's did really well, and I'm super happy for him. He's another kid who just loves to learn, and he's a really mature young man. Like when I think of maturity at a young age like that, Chase's name comes to mind. So I'm super happy for him, and I'm super happy for him. I saw he scored the OT winner the other day, had an assist in the 2-1 winning against Muskegon. So that was really cool to see. So I'm happy he's getting those opportunities. He deserves it. A great player and another great kid. So I'm not sure who else is in the leadership. You guys have like 7 people in it. So yeah, I don't know.
Just spreading the wealth around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, your point about Shane. One of the games this past weekend, he had a snipe from the face-off dot, and our mutual friend Matt Lipsack had made the comment that may have been the first goal he scored all season more than 3 feet away from the net.
Or 3 feet behind the net.
Yeah, or 3 feet behind the net. There's been a couple of those.
You mentioned his reach earlier, and he's used it a few times this year.
Yeah, no, I think that's where the goals are at. People don't realize, like, most of the goals in the NHL, the USHL, and college hockey are scored within to the hash marks and down, like within that little tight little house they call it. Like, and he goes there. That's why he scores, And you're like, oh, he's scoring a lot. Well, he's going there. He started, and you could see it in his game last year. He was playing the net front on the power play, and he embraces it. Guys, like, you're like, oh, I don't want to play net front because I'm not touching the puck on the sidewall. Well, you need guys to stand in front of the goalie so the guys on the point can shoot and you can tip it and get a rebound. We have a good guy on our team, Alex Tamel, unbelievable player, another Nashville pick, probably one of the best players I ever played with. I said to him the other day at Power when we were practicing a couple weeks ago, I said, oh, do you like playing net front? He's like, hey, I love playing net front. That's where all the goals are at. So to see Shane buy into that and just know who he is as a player, once again goes back to his maturity, and see you're going to score a lot of goals going to the net. And when it's a defenseman, you have to push a big 6'5", 220-pounder around. It's kind of hard. So you don't want to make those guys mad either. So yeah, no, it's obviously nice when you get a snipe outside that zone. You got to be happy. You got to enjoy those snipes. So I'm sure he did. He has a nice celebration. He usually touches ice too. So I love to see that.
All right. So to wrap this up, again, I'll kind of have you look back one more time. You mentioned, the players and everything like that. As far as the organization, the fans, when your hockey career is all said and done, how are you going to look back on your time in Youngstown?
I'm going to look back at my time in Youngstown as probably one of the most memorable years of my life. Going there, knowing no one, and leaving with 23 friends, 3 great relationship with coaches, and being supported by thousands of amazing fans, and meeting you guys, getting to know Lipper, and all the support from the GMs, Desi and Kaseki, and Goldman. It's just one of those years where you want one of those places where you want to just go back to. It's just such a, and I'm only a year out, and it's such an amazing spot. Anybody that gets to play in the Cavelli Center is lucky because it's obviously sometimes you don't get the fans you may want, but the fans that are there truly care about the team, and that's always really new. People always talk about quality versus quantity of friends, and it's quality. You know, you want quality friends. You could have 5 friends, and, you know, those 5 friends be better than having 30 friends. And when I think of Youngstown fans, I think of quality, genuine people who love hockey and want to watch and see kids succeed. So I can't thank the fans enough. You know, like they came and asked for autographs, and they helped the team be the team, because without fans, it wouldn't be anything. Obviously, to you guys, you know, thanks for letting me join your podcast, telling you a little bit about myself and who I am, and a little bit my teammates and my family. And you guys do a great job. And as you said earlier, the hand cam, like, you know, I go on YouTube and I say, oh, hand cam, Shane the chance. Oh, I'm going to click on that. You know, like that's one of those things that like you leave with. And my billets too, I already mentioned that. You know, that was I was actually allergic to dogs. I had a billet with a dog, but by the end of it, like I had a great relationship with my billets. Like it was
you would think they would coordinate.
They were really good people. Sorry?
You would think they would coordinate that to like, oh wait, he's got a dog.
Yeah, so I never lived with a dog. Yeah, and I didn't even realize how allergic I was because I have a hyperallergenic dog at my home here in DC, and I was like, I'm not allergic to dogs, and I realized I was stuffed up all the time. I was like, what's going on? And then ended up being allergic to dogs. So, but they were awesome. You know, they cook for us every night, and we'd play games as a family, or as a billet family, I guess you could say. And, you know, made a good relationship with their son, and I can't thank them enough for having me in the home. You know, that's such a big part of it is billets, and you know, having them and as my billets, I'm so grateful for that. Just that opportunity to live with them and meet them, and learn about them, and just kind of, that was awesome. And then obviously one last thing about my teammates. Like I remember my teammates forever. Like, you know, they're all close friends, like great friends with Jacob Fowler still. He's obviously done pretty well for himself. Obviously he's not coming to Clarkson, which is kind of disappointing, but you know, it is what it is. You got to do things for yourself sometimes. But if he thinks that's best for him, then that's best for him. And I'm going to support him. He's my friend. So, you know, all these guys, I'll keep in contact forever. And hopefully one day when I'm playing pro with some of these guys, if I can make it that far. So, yeah, that's what I got to say about Youngstown. Best spot, you know, might not be like the sexiest spot in the world, but I loved it. So, yeah, it's a great town. So I miss my days. I often talk about it with my teammates in Clarkson too. So forever grateful for all the opportunity I was given there, and just so lucky to have been able to do all the amazing things there. So yeah, well, thank you guys again for having me on your podcast too. It was it's awesome just to be part of it.
Well, as much as you missed up, you know, a lot of the aspects of Youngstown, you know, we're definitely missing you here. Anything we can do to pump your tires up there. And that actually is a phrase that you said to me the last time we interviewed you last season. I have overused the living daylights out of that phrase ever since. So thank you for that.
I can attest to that.
But yeah, you know, we're definitely missing you down here. Of course, you know, it's been well documented, you know, with my family and, of course, my son Dash, who you know, we talked to here before we got started, even though he was half asleep. But yeah, you know, you've meant so much to us. So, you know, just for you to be able to come on here and do this and have a chat with us, little holiday present for everybody here in Youngstown. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you for taking the time.
Amen.
Yeah, no worries. And yeah, it's obviously I honestly do. I hope the record gets broken, because I think their Strathman on you guys' team is having a great year, and I hope he does, because that just shows like the development that there is in Youngstown as a whole. And I hope he does it, because he's by the sounds of it, is an unbelievable hockey player, and if he can beat those records, that just proves and pushes the standard in Youngstown, and I hope he can do that. So I just wanted to say that before I hopped off too. And Thank you guys so much, and hopefully we can chat again soon.
All right, so from all of us at the Dump and Chase podcast, we hope you all have had a wonderful holiday season, and we were definitely looking forward to the show coming back on January 4th. So until then, for Justin Irwin and our special guest, Trey Taylor, I'm Sam Olmstead. Thanks for tuning in, and Happy New Year's, everyone. Bye now.